Andre Lunin saved 2 penalties in the shootout as Real Madrid eliminated holders Manchester City to reach the UEFA Champions League semi-finals for the 4th season in a row. Real Madrid continued their quest for a 15th UEFA Champions League title after a dramatic 4-3 penalty shootout victory eliminated holders Manchester City and booked a 4th successive semi-final appearance. Citizens boss Pep Guardiola was able to bring back 3 key players into the starting 11 from last week's 3-3 draw in the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu in the form of goalkeeper Ederson, captain Kyle Walker and integral midfielder Kevin De Bruyne. The return of Walker might have meant Carlo Ancelotti's ploy of overloading players down the Real Madrid left in the first leg, including Rodrigo, would not prove as fruitful this time, but it was the Brazilian international who struck after an uncharacteristically cautious opening from both clubs. Madrid worked the ball into the right of the area with Vinicius Jr. finding compatriot Rodrigo in space with a low center. Ederson was perfectly positioned to repel the winger's initial right-footed effort, but the rebound sat up invitingly for the visiting No. 11 to place it just out of reach of his fellow countrymen. That prompted the holders to go onto the front foot, and the home side went close just 7 minutes after going behind when Erling Haaland's looping header smacked against the crossbar. The reigning champions upped the tempo as the match wore on with Jack Grealish twice testing Andre Lunin either side of the Real Madrid No. 13 denying Phil Foden. With Guardiola in search of an equalizer, he sent Jeremy Doku into the action with 18 minutes remaining and the Belgian international was central to the equalizer. When the tricky substitute's cross was only partially cleared by Antonio Rudiger, De Bruyne was on hand to scoop the ball into the roof of the net. City could have sealed progress deep in normal time, but De Bruyne was unable to double his tally, curling a long-range attempt narrowly over the bar before side-footing over from close range. The teams were unable to maintain the intensity of the first 90 minutes in extra time, City substitute Julian Alvarez failing to beat Lunin at the goalkeeper's near post deep into the additional half-hour. It was Lunin who proved to be the hero in the shootout, guessing correctly to deny Mateo Kovacic and Bernardo Silva after Ederson had stopped Luka Modric's kick. The 14-time winners of this competition duly confirmed their place in the last 4 thanks to Rudiger's low penalty into the bottom corner. Steve Bates, Man City reporter, heartbreak for City as the chance to win back-to-back Champions League titles and their double-treble bid are ended by a penalty shootout. It looked as if they could win in normal time after De Bruyne's equalizer, but they couldn't conjure a winner while on top. Rudiger's penalty proved decisive and the desolation on the face of Guardiola's players at the end told its own story. Graham Hunter, Real Madrid reporter, glory after guts. It took Los Blancos digging so deep into their reserves of character, never mind their stamina and athleticism, to cope with City and emerge with a draw after 120 minutes here. Approaching the spot kick contest, perhaps victory looked less likely, as they've missed a few penalties this season. Now on they march, Lunin the hero. Reaction, Pep Guardiola, Man City manager, would have preferred to win, but congratulations to Madrid. We did everything we could, we played exceptionally in all departments. Unfortunately we couldn't win, that's what it is. Ruben Dias, Man City defender, speaking to TNT Sports, we dominated the whole game. The effort was there. We had our chances, it's a difficult one to take. You always end up doing everything to try to avoid going to penalties, especially the way we were controlling.